Hey everyone, welcome back to the Arena Productions. This is Expat here, and this is my spoiler-filled review of The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 5. If you're following along with my reviews and analysis for each episode this season, be sure to check out the Last of Us episode review and analysis playlist here on my channel. You won't want to miss a single breakdown, so let's get into it. This episode ramps up the dread and desperation in a big way. We open with the fallout from a failed hospital mission where Sergeant Park details a disturbing incident involving possible airborne cordyceps exposure. The tension is palpable as the WLF locks down the lower floors, a clear sign that things are spiraling. And we're also reminded of how brutal this world is, not just physically but psychologically. The secrecy, the guilt, and the military-style cover-ups all feel eerily grounded. So from there, we return to Ellie and Dina. So their dialogue this week hits a raw emotional nerve. There's vulnerability, humor, and fear, all coexisting in the same breath. One moment we're laughing about a protractor joke, and then in the next, Ellie is recalling the first person she ever killed, a haunting memory involving her family in Santa Fe. Yeah, especially for Dina. And this episode digs into Ellie's trauma and sense of justice in a way that's both compelling and tragic. She's clearly still driven by Joel's death, but now we also see just how deeply rooted her survivor's guilt is. So before we continue, if you're enjoying this review, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you don't miss when I drop the next episode breakdown. And of course, all my other entertainment, pop culture, and gaming content right here on the Arena Productions. So this episode delivers some incredibly tense moments, especially when Ellie and Dina enter an abandoned building crawling with infected. It's quiet, too quiet, and you just know something is coming. There's a particularly intense scene involving a smarter-than-usual stalker, kind of like the one we saw earlier in the season. And it leads to one of the most strategic, high-stakes moments of the season so far. And then we get Jesse's return. And he comes to the rescue, a surprise that adds some levity, but quickly gets swallowed by the dangers they all face. And just when we think the episode is winding down, we're thrown into chaos again with the appearance of the Scars. Their eerie chants and swift, brutal action set up a confrontation that leaves Ellie shaken. And then comes the moment fans have been waiting for, a direct question: where's Abby? So the emotional weight behind that interrogation is staggering. Not just about revenge anymore. It's about closure, pain, and a fractured sense of justice. The final sequence shows us just how far Ellie is willing to go and how much she's already lost in the process. So overall, episode 5 is a standout for its emotional intensity, sharp writing, and suspenseful pacing. The character work is superb, and the horror elements are grounded in emotional stakes rather than cheap thrills. For all this, I'm going to give this episode of The Last of Us Season 2 an 8 out of 10. So let me know what you thought of the episode, especially that final scene, the interrogation scene, and how did it compare to the video game version? And of course, the question on all our minds is, where is Abby? So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next review next week here on my channel, The Arena Productions. Take care, and we'll catch you then. Peace out.